Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it seems like something's finally changed. After how many years of like a treasure hunter, it's it's leaving for good. I mean, I don't know how many years it's been, but I can definitely tell you it's like finally leaving. Even though I'm gonna probably miss it because like the free bonus XP and stuff, I really couldn't care, truth be told, because the thing is, in the end, it's a game. One day you end up like either being the game or you eventually get bored of it and then I don't know move on to another place. But that personally, that's just my opinion. Other people's opinions could be like differing, and I could be 100% wrong about this stuff. So it's better if you like took my like opinion with a grain of salt and probably throw it in the trash can like all the other opinions that like you probably would just rather ignore. So you know what? Let's actually get started. And well, if you actually started like with the account, it would actually send you with a link to the video. So you know what? Let's actually go to the video and I'll show you what's going on. So I'll be right back. Or, let me just like switch it up. But yeah, be right back. Well, here we are, basically in the browser. Say goodbye to Treasure Hunter, the video. So, yeah, let's actually go through this and watch it. And that's a Ceratin God Sword. Smashing the Treasure Hunter key. Interesting. It's dark, now turning lights. Meaning that we finally got to a new era. Yep, a new era begins.
The community has spoken. Due to overwhelming support in our recent poll.
If you're wondering what that means, it's like we've already gotten like a 100,000 like yes supporters. So therefore, logically, it's gonna be gone for good. Although I don't trust it like the company because it could potentially like switch it up or something, but they'll have to find some way to like keep the profits up. Otherwise, they won't be able to like pay their employees. They won't be able to like keep the building structure and all that stuff. It's basically business, but you got to understand everything requires money. So therefore, logically, it will be a bit of a a little bit of a rocky start or a rocky something. But let's continue with the like treasure hunter videos just to see.
Treasure Hunter will leave RuneScape for good, beginning January 19th, 2026.
Okay.
On this day, we will also be significantly reducing our gameplay impacting MTX across the board.
When they say gameplay impacting MTX, are they must be talking about all the EXP, all the like stars and all that stuff. So let's see here.
This means no more purchasable direct XP, no more lamps, no more proteins, no more dummies, and much, much more.
So basically, they're just trying to get rid of the pay-to-win aspect, which personally I can respect that because like the thing is, if you just like, it's basically like your kids like stealing your credit card, like saying, "I'm gonna go and steal my mother's credit card and like for Roblox or Robux or whatever garbage like stuff." But in the end, they'll eventually get caught.
But that's not all. January 19th is the start of a new era for RuneScape.
When they say new era, what do they mean? Let's continue like watching, see what they like talking about.
Powered by a shared desire to see this game grow for decades to come. Over the next year, we'll be delivering a year-long integrity roadmap, addressing core issues like UI, UX, dailyscape, and visual identity.
It actually does remind me of like the Power to the Player polls from I think it was like years ago. I don't know what happened, but I think they abandoned it, just like they always abandon all the other things because they're like all I don't know, something wasn't right with them in the head. That's for like damn sure.
And all alongside one of our best content roadmaps in RuneScape's history. We'll give you a detailed look at our plans during an era-defining RuneScape Ahead on January 19th. I'll now hand over to the team to talk a little more about what to expect.
What to expect, you say? All right, let's continue because I'm actually curious about what they're going to talk about. Introducing a new era.
Thanks to over 100,000 votes cast by all of you, this has now set course for RuneScape's greatest chapter yet. With the removal of gameplay skipping (MTX) and a year-long integrity roadmap starting on January 19th. This integrity roadmap has one clear purpose: tackle RuneScape's biggest and most requested friction points head on and build a stronger foundational experience for every player for generations to come. This means cleaning up all the long-standing issues.
You mean like all the bugs, all the the annoying mechanics, all the like strange UI issues and all that stuff? Are they talking about that?
Which limit our game's full potential.
So all this spaghetti code, I think? You know, the freaking spaghetti code? They're all, no, I don't want to touch the spaghetti code. It will hurt me. God damn it, this crap.
Allowing us to give RuneScape the care and attention it deserves while rebuilding our foundations with integrity and value at the heart of everything we do. Throughout 2026, you'll see this come to life through regular, focused updates that address things like visual identity across the game, the player avatar, UI, combat, dailyscape, early and mid-game experiences, and a whole lot more.
You know, thinking about it, yeah, they really need to work on the whole system itself, because the thing is, if you're gonna make a game good, you need to actually make it work correctly. You know, avoid any bugs. You got to make sure the UI is actually working correctly. The player avatar at least looks nice. Because the thing about it is, if you're gonna make a good game, you got to make sure everything works well. It's not only visually pleasing. Even if it isn't visually pleasing, you can still enjoy the game itself. Because the thing is, when graphics don't matter but the gameplay is good, it's one thing. But if you got a game that's basically full of graphics that are so good but the gameplay is literally awful, you might as well just look at a picture screen. Or better yet, just go to an art museum, because that's way more logical. Just be like, oh yeah, look at that, beautiful there. Yep, go to the art museum, look at all the beautiful pictures, get an understanding of the history behind it. You don't need to play a game that just says, guys, look at me, I'm beautiful, but I do nothing. That's just basically art. You shouldn't be wasting your time with that stuff. I mean, there's other games, but this is what I care about about RuneScape, because the thing is, 20 years experience. I'm still crap, but in the end, that's just me.
Each step is about bringing RuneScape back to its roots and making Gielinor more grounded, more enjoyable, and fresh.
For anyone who says that evolution of combat should be removed, just go play old school RuneScape, or either play legacy mode. Don't be like that guy. Because honestly, if you're just saying, oh, they're gonna get rid of microtransactions, we might as well remove evolution of combat too. Bro, old school RuneScape, that game, if you give that game a graphical overhaul, making it way just as beautiful as RS3, you'll actually have a rival to actually play. And trust me, just because the graphics are good doesn't mean the gameplay is just as good. If the graphics and the gameplay are just as good as each other, hand in hand, you might actually have a good game. But don't worry, you have to make sure everything works as intended. I mean, think about it. The player is the one with the money. If there's no players, the game will flop. And if the game flops, they'll just get mad, blame the players, blame anyone else, because, you know, the whole SJWBS. So, either way, let's continue with this.
Yet familiar at the same time. And if you're a player who value Treasure Hunter or MTX skilling items, the Integrity Roadmap is also how we'll serve your needs in better, healthier ways for the game outside of MTX. This isn't just about fixing the past. It's about moving RuneScape forward into a new era, one that's built to last.
Nothing lasts forever, but it's always extendable. So if you keep extending it, it'll eventually be like forever, but not really forever. So therefore, logically, it's a contradiction. But that's just me.
A major part of tackling integrity in RuneScape starts with its visual identity. That means re-examining how Gielinor looks, feels, and plays as a living, breathing world.
You know, if they actually did like really good with code, or they changed the code to actually make it work better, I have a feeling they could expand the world. Like literally everything becomes more of an expansion, meaning that you'd actually be able to go through through areas and expand the world, and then fill it up with more and more content. So that way, like at least it's worthwhile to play instead of just being all, oh, this is over here. Why does it look like this? Or, because the thing is, sometimes if it looks so crowded, it can make it look like you're not really going vast places or something. Because it's like, oh, I have to go through this spot to go to that spot instead of just I don't know, jumping over a lake or a small river or something.
Over the last 24 years, RuneScape has evolved through so many different art generations and technical eras.
Seen that?
While each era has brought in something new, over time this has created inconsistencies that have chipped away at the visual integrity of our game.
Yeah, the whole art style thing. I've watched it grow, both gameplay wise and visually, from the old school graphics to every area looking a little bit out of date instead of just being I don't know, RuneScape based. So yeah, let's continue.
As part of this integrity roadmap, we'll be unifying all of Gielinor's visual languages to create a more consistent, grounded experience that still feels like home. We'll be revisiting older areas of our game.
And if you're wondering, those are members areas. The last one was probably Miscellanea. Basically, you need to do a quest for it. And this is basically the Dwarven City of Keldegrim.
Looking at things like lighting,
That's Artie, also known as Ardun.
atmosphere,
Or Dugny, or
environmental
whatever it's
compositions, models, and every detail that shapes the tone and mood of our world. Most importantly, it's about doing this with respect, care, and purpose, preserving the essence of what makes each location iconic in the first place.
You'll start to see this vision take shape through the first of several new environmental refreshes.
Environmental refreshes? How many times have we had an environmental refresh? In some areas? They need to actually make it worthwhile. Not just just a splat of paint here, a splat of paint there. They need to make it look at least worthwhile. From going all the way from Lumbridge, or I guess in this case Berthorpe, if you're starting out the game. Because me personally, when I started out the game, we went from Tutorial Island, went through the tutorial, and then we went to Lumbridge instead of being in the Berthorpe.
Starting with Lumbridge and a few other iconic places we think you'll recognize as we make our way across the surface world. These updates will build on the art direction already established in Relica and Kandarin, which were faithful refreshes that kept that familiar but fresh vibe.
Actually, from a logical standpoint, if they actually keep the history of it, you know what they could be doing? They could literally just make it where, based on where you're playing the game, what portion of the game you're playing on, depending on the quests, many of the areas should be able to change. If you were to create, I don't know, the world events as a quest, or maybe a mini quest, chances are you'd be able to get the full experience of the past. So therefore, logically, for example, if you had the Tuska's event, it would literally just show through, just give you a little bit of a visual movie presentation, and then explain what happened after that. In some of these mini quests and stuff, so it would at least be worthwhile instead of just being like all, oh, this happened this happened that, or this got removed, this got like added or something. Instead of just being like a little temporary event, they can just make it into like mini quests, mini events, etc. Just so like the game itself can simply, I don't know, keep going. Similar to a scroll instead of like a tatty scroll that's just like full of holes and stuff. Just because somebody's like, oh yeah, let me add this or let me remove that or something. They need to make it at least like, I don't know, the equivalent of being like, how do I explain it? It has to be like you told a story without it looking like a mess. You know, you like copy, paste, and all that stuff. That's the thing. If they actually like all this stuff, people will be thinking, what happened here? What happened there? Why does it look like this? And what like a portion of the gameplay I meant would make it like questionable. It's to like get players more into the game in terms of story instead of just the gameplay itself. But that's just me. Let's keep going here.
And that's not all. I'm super excited to finally say Player Avatar is officially back on the roadmap and it will be coming next year.
Even though it's like overdue, I'll be honest with you, it wouldn't matter to me anyway. Besides, I've played Perfect World, and man, that player like avatar like customization, that's crazy. Like you can literally just change how your face looks and all that stuff. Man, it's been a long time since I played
We'll have
that
more
game.
on this in January, so stay tuned. As we improve our visual identity, we'll also be addressing outfit design too, with a clear focus on making armor, skilling gear, and cosmetics more grounded within the world.
Well, the thing is, if you're just making cosmetics and not actually like proper gear, you're just, I don't know, it'll look like a mess. Because the thing is, like the mining smithing rework, there's a lot of holes in there. Because like the range and stuff is missing. Like from the throwing knives, darts. Also, like all these like new ores and bars that came in, they still haven't like added like the new like range items. But given the fact that there isn't any like new trees for it, that would make it a little that would make it a good reason to like not be able to add that. Because since you need like a certain logs for like crossbows and stuff, you'd have to like create a new area, add some new trees to it, so that way you can actually add like, I don't know, add like new trees, be able to cut them, turn them into like use it for like fire making and or fletching, just so you can make some new crossbows, etc. So that way at least like there isn't a hole in it, so that people can actually slowly bridge across that. Otherwise it just seems like you're just adding holes here, adding holes there, making everything a little confusing. It needs to be like somewhat consistent, but not so like consistent that it's like overwhelming. Just, you know, it's like little bits of like baby steps and stuff. Just something to think about. But that's just me.
This includes things like,
Hello there.
yeah, time to fix that one.
Yeah.
With these updates, we want you to feel more connected to the world, while still allowing you the freedom to express your own personal style.
Alongside visual integrity, we're also going to be decluttering Gielinor itself. This means taking a careful look at how we restore the world.
Yeah, truth be told, you can declutter the world or you can expand it, but in the end, I guess it would make sense that they declutter the world. But if you're like a game doesn't actually have the ability to expand, so you can like create like a bigger world or bigger like content, you're still gonna have some trouble, because it's like, you know, it's like adding in like removing puzzle pieces. That's gonna make it a little bit of a noise over time. So that's just me in terms of like I don't know, somewhat of like a gamer or something, but that's just me. This is just like, because the thing is, if you play like other games that are like open world or something, chances are it's because like of how they're like designed. So yeah, this game's like over 20 years old, so because of the code, chances are it'll be a lot harder to actually do like implement or like remove like stuff without like something breaking easily. And trust me, when a game like this starts breaking, it's not fun.
improving how it's organized, connected, and experienced as you explore through it. Over time, layers of content, events, and visual effects have built up across our game, leaving many parts feeling cluttered or disconnected.
Or basically equivalent, like having too much like lasagna, where it's constantly you add more and more and more, while the underside of the rotting pizza is just full of garbage and full of bugs and ugh. You don't want that. You got to make sure everything is like in good good something. I don't even have the word for it, because the thing is, if it's not like if you just leave like things like behind or something and you completely forgot it, something could like break and you wouldn't really understand know why until you go back there.
These additions had purpose in their time, but they don't always fit the flow of a living, connected world.
As part of this roadmap, we're working to restore Gillenlaw's sense of place by refining layouts, reducing visual noise, and ensuring every space feels intentional and meaningful. That means tidying up misplaced areas like the beach in Lumbridge, or Challenge Mistress in Burthorpe, to bring a stronger sense of cohesion across the entire world.
And for
Or you could just simply find a way to expand the world. But if you don't want to fix the code or anything, that's going to be a problem.
those of you who prefer a more grounded experience, in January we'll also add cosmetic toggle options, giving you control over what cosmetics you'll see.
Not a good thing, because if you have rich stuff and you don't want people to see it because you're hiding all your stuff, that'll make you a target for scammers, account thieves and all that stuff. So yeah, that would probably end up sucking. So unless you have a way to hide your stuff so that nobody sees it, that would be a bit of a problem.
All of this work is about recapturing what makes Gillenlaw special and rebuilding a vibrant, familiar world that feels truly alive.
The user interface is a core part of how you experience RuneScape, and it's time we bring the same level of care and attention to it as we're doing across the rest of the game.
Yeah, people have been overwhelmed because of the UI, so unless you find a way to simplify it to make it a little more RuneScape based, I don't know. I don't see a problem much. I actually do like the current user interface. Just that I wish they'd find a way to expand it a little bit or shrink it so that way you can actually add more user interfaces. But in the end, that's just me. Because the thing is, my user interface, it has more than what it needs. But that's just how it is. Also, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom. Yeah, apologies for that. I actually had to use the restroom for a moment. So let's continue here.
Since the introduction of the customizable UIs back in 2013, RuneScape has changed quite a lot. But unfortunately, the UI hasn't always kept up with the rest of the game.
Yep, that's true.
Many areas of the UI feel dated, inconsistent, and overly complex, making RuneScape harder to play, especially for new and returning players.
Well, that's true, because some of the areas are literally a little bit of a lag fest, because if you're trying to move around, the game gets a little bit delayed, so making it harder to play. So unless there's some sort of change, or making sure the place is a little more, more effective or something like that, where it's you can actually fight without having any delays, it's a lot more smoother in terms of gameplay. Otherwise, you could be clicking multiple times, it wouldn't respond, and that enemy just hits you and kill you, and then you'll be what the hell happened here? That's why it's when you got smooth gameplay, it's actually fun to do. This is how important it can be.
That's why we're taking the time to refresh the UI, reduce friction, and create a more focused and consistent experience. Our goal is to make the interface easier to read and navigate without losing the flexibility that long-time players need.
We'll also be looking to improve the default layout and edit mode, making both easier to use.
That's actually good, because the thing is, if people can actually learn how to use the interface properly, it would actually be a little bit better. Plus, like, it also they should really make like a tutorial for like the interface on like a mobile. This is mostly like PC, so
More flexible and better suited for every stage of your journey. While this won't be one big release, these will be iterative updates throughout the year that bring RuneScape's UI much more in line with how it should look and feel, and built for how you play today.
in all honesty, if they found a way to like shrink the user interface that like a player can actually have more and more of these like these interfaces, that would actually be like a nice kicker to be honest.
Dailyscape is another area we're looking to address in our integrity roadmap. This means fundamentally rethinking what it means to log in and play.
Bro, it's a game. You log in, you play, you have fun, and then you like when you have time to go to work, go to work. I mean, unless you're addicted or something, then you need to get like some sort of help. But if you have mobile, you can actually play it if it's allowed. You can play it at work, enjoy it. Because the thing is, it's more like a marathon, not a sprint. You know, you can just like log on, play a little bit, enjoy your like free time, and then log off and like do your own thing. I mean, that's just how games are meant to be played. Just log in, have fun, log out, and do whatever you have to do.
We want logging in to feel engaging, rewarding, and respectful of your time, whether you've got 10 minutes or a few hours.
Free time.
These changes will create a more enjoyable experience and open the door to everything Gielinor has to offer.
That's why, as part of this roadmap, we're making changes to ensure RuneScape feels like a world you can step into at your own pace, where your time is respected and valued.
Well, if you think about it, most people would rather just buy their EXP and stuff because they don't care. Either that or I'm wrong, but most people are like literally pay to win, so I don't know.
From our experiments, we know much of the motivation for using Treasure Hunter and MTX items is because of issues left unaddressed in certain skills.
Like what exactly?
This includes the pacing of some skills, the lack of alternative AFK methods for others.
You mean, oh yeah, AFK. Let's add more AFK to the game. In fact, let's actually add botting to the game. Yeah, everything is completely automated. Why bother playing the game when you can just simply, I don't know, just set up a bot, which is illegal by the way. Well, in terms of rule set. Because macroing and use of bots is like considered like a rule breaker, but given the fact that people probably do macros and stuff, and Jagex just doesn't see it because they're like, I don't know, oh, all the money is blinding me. Yeah, that's probably it.
And even some that just aren't as enjoyable to train. We'll be making targeted improvements to these areas and more, ensuring RuneScape remains a game you can fit into your life however you choose to play, and offers a great experience through every level.
Oh, combat. Oh, let's see what happens here, because I'm curious about this one. I mean, the skills, that wasn't like much to like talk about, but let's look at this.
Finally, we're also making important changes to the combat status quo, as we want every style to feel more
Dude, Mod Robin looks different. Respect him, man.
dynamic, consistent, and rewarding to play.
We learned a lot from Necromancy, both the good things that worked and also those things that didn't.
Truth be told, Necromancy is like one of my main like combat forms.
And with that, we want to take those good lessons and apply it to melee, ranged, and magic.
Hopefully it doesn't like mess with the combat triangle. Truth be told, it was mage, melee, range. In terms of weakness, I don't know if it was weaknesses or strength, but I know magic is, no, it's actually strengths. Like magic is stronger against melee, melee stronger against range, range is stronger against magic, that type of deal.
Bringing all 4 styles into better alignment.
This means improving ability flow and how readable the system is.
Oh, good lord! If they make it like the ability flow to be a lot more effective and not like full like clunky as it is, I hope they actually make it work, because honestly, I don't really like the combat system that much because of how clunky it is, and it really, really annoys me.
Ensuring each style has its own clear identity and purpose. Alongside this, we'll also be reviewing long-standing mechanics like adrenaline and threshold abilities.
You ever wonder why people hate like evolution of combat? That's the reason. Because like all these abilities and stuff, it's a little clunky and stuff, so plus they'd rather play their click and wait game, so I don't know. That's legacy mode for you. Just click, wait, low HP, eat, put on your like things. That's just it. But evolution of combat is where it's like you're in control, and if you screw up, you deserve to like get called out for it.
As well as how combat scales throughout the leveling journey, as we want to make combat more approachable for new and returning players. At the same time, we'll make sure any changes still maintain the depth and creativity that makes RuneScape's combat system special.
This isn't really combat. This is more like this is like part of a quest, so yeah, this is literally just sneaking. That's not combat.
These updates will take time, and we want to make sure these are handled with care. So, before any changes are finalized, we'll be introducing beta worlds to gather your feedback early on.
Remember evolution of combat? Hopefully this, for anyone who's actually playing this game, I'm going to just say to you, make sure your voice is heard. It doesn't matter if you're free to play or pay to play. You got to make sure your voice is heard. Because the thing is, if you don't say a single thing, they're going to move on. And chances are, if it's just the wrong people, it's going to get worse. So, make your voice count. And man, my lighting sucks.
This is about creating a combat experience that's more approachable for everyone, while still giving experienced players the space to push their skills even further.
Now, there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes to make this possible, but these are just some of the key things we're working on, and we'll give you a full look at our plans next January. And while the real journey begins on January 19th, we wanted to make a meaningful first step as early as possible. That's why, as part of our next game update on Monday, any new players will once again begin their adventure in Lumbridge.
Oh, we're back in the old days when we all started in Lumbridge. It's alright. Just give them the old school vibe.
And return to the place where it all began. This will be alongside a decluttering of Lumbridge, which we're excited to get out into the game.
You know, if they're going to declutter Lumbridge, at least put a story behind it so that people actually understand how it went through, if like something was removed or how like did something. Because if you're just going to like remove and like replace and all this stuff without actually adding a story to it, it just doesn't feel like you're actually like making the game look like it's changing. Because over the years, I've seen the the world change and all that stuff, but there was no story behind it. It just felt like it was like someone just said, okay, you know what, let's just throw this here, let's just throw this there. Little gobbledygook. At least give it like a little bit of a backstory behind it. Otherwise, it just feels weird.
This is a small change for now as we plan for something bigger. In January, we'll take that next step together at RuneScape Ahead, kicking off a new era built on integrity and care. This moment is about honoring our past or shaping a future that we all believe in together. Thank you to every single one of you that took part in the recent poll and showed us your passion, your support, and your belief in RuneScape's next chapter. We'll see you on January 19th as we say goodbye to Treasure Hunter, kickstart our integrity roadmap, and begin ushering in a new era for RuneScape. We'll see you in Gillingham.
In all honesty, I think they should like make sure to like keep this thing going for the time being until like everything is like properly designed. Otherwise, it just seems like they're going somewhere, but I don't know where. And I'll be right back. Gonna switch the screens. But yeah, in all honesty, if you were like watching this, I would probably recommend watching the entire video and like giving yourself like some thought on this, because thinking about it, it's gonna be like a necessary thought, and I do not want to get the monthly letter. So yeah, basically Treasure Hunter, it's gonna be gone. They'll have to like find a better way to like monetize their game, whether it be like upping the membership system or something else. And that's going to be like something to think about, because when it comes to like businesses, you got to stay afloat, otherwise you're going to end up sinking, and that's not going to be fun. And since we still have like treasure hunter keys, oh dear. All right, so let's see here. We're gonna like do this. I don't need treasure like Silverhawk boots, and yeah, I don't need that either. I'm gonna destroy it because I don't really need the bonus EXP, and yeah, that's mostly the treasure hunter like portion. Also, I never really said anything regarding clans. Hold up, let me just like explain to you like a little bit of something. All right, so we got our clan settings. You know the motto editor? Yeah, type in your desired motto. I'm just gonna say wherever, whenever, nobody cares. Why? Because truth be told, nobody really gives a crap. And let's see here, clan time. Check this box to use your time zone offset to display events timing on the notice board. Uncheck use the standard game time. So yeah, UTC, standard game time. You got clan recruiting, which means that like it's actually recruiting. You got like guests can answer chat. You can get the guests can talk in chat, which if you like turn it off, meaning that they won't be able to talk, but they able to like join and see what's going on in the chat. But if they're able to talk, you got your like options and stuff. Total guest level to guest to join, just in case to keep like trolls out or something like that. Total level to join clan. Yeah, if you don't have like a certain level, that's basically the equivalent of saying, oh, you have to be this level to like be able to join. Just like how you say, oh, you need to be 18 or older to like view this video, because if that was like sexual content. And then you got the guest pin just to prevent like trolls and stuff to like coming to ruin your clan or like poach your like clan mates, which tends to happen like somewhat. Keyword editor. Yeah, you just basically have all these keywords. Basically, like you can like say, oh, we do like PVM like God Wars or something like that. But this is just like an example like clan. So also we got clan flag selection. So if you're like I don't know, United States or something, you can go all the way down here. Or what's this? A world clan? Like flag selection? Yeah, basically meaning you're international. So since I'm just gonna say, okay, you know what, let's go with the world, and then you can save and quit, and there you go. And for like a motif, it's just like your clan like colors. It's like the equivalent of having a flag. So yeah, we can just go like this little thing that looks like a weird ring like thing. I wish they'd actually have a name for this. We go with the bottom. Go with, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see here. Anything here? Anything else? Nope, don't see anything else. And the colors, well, I'm gonna just go with like I don't know, some sort of orange. Seven. We got like what? Give a nice blue. It looks like garbage butts. that's just how it is. And then we got the broadcast settings. So basically, everything will be enabled. Although from an admin, you know what? Let's just enable it all. Because personally, this is just like an example clan. Since I already I'm already like a what's it called? Something. Hold up. Let me go to like clan permissions, clan mates. Yeah, I'm basically deputy owner for like one clan because I'm like somewhat managing it. But here's the permissions. You can basically change the permissions of like the toggle, or they can like change the timing with the weekly build tick, which is basically reset timing. You got like resources. You can like set skill plots, whether they be unlocked on like target or like manually locked, or they can like set a gathering objective for the clan, which is basically something you can do. Also, let me just go back to like clan settings. Yeah, we got like admin. You can lock lower ranks from the keep. Toggle with the and the rank that locks the lower ranks from the citadel, meaning that you can block people from the citadel, depending on like their rank. You can toggle whether this rank can kick from like ranks from the clan, so therefore logically you can kick anyone if you're a deputy owner. Toggle whether this rank is allowed to into the keep, therefore logically, yeah, you get blocked off. Toggle whether this rank is allowed to into the citadel, meaning that you're allowed to like go in. Change whether the clan admin broadcasting system can be done. And yeah, you can like do something regarding the signpost, which is basically, I think on the left side or the right side, depending on like where it's placed. And if that's basically, if you're wondering what the signpost is, it's basically adding or like removing like allied or enemy clans. You got like may lead the clan in a raid clan war, which is basically in the clan wars arena. Beforehand, they used to do it like in the wilderness, which is basically a lot of stuff being like gone. And this is basically where the you can recruit new members or not. So you got the chats, which is basically minimum to talk in clan chat. Basically, kick guests from clans. You got the whole notice board, broadcast an event. You can start an event on the clan battlefield, which is basically, and then you got like whether this may like begin invite to a private meeting. You got the clan votes operating on the theater, which is pretty much in the clan citadel. You got the operates the party room, which is not really a true party room. It's just like a false party room. You got the citadel. You got like may like mark citadels for like upgrading or downgrading. Edit the clan battlefield, citadel language. You got, yeah, it's like you can add or subtract. Then you got like the clan avatars, make customize it. Toggle whether this like can be rank it and remove the clan like avatar habitat. And then you got the avatar buff slot. Let's go with skills, and I guess that's pretty much in terms of like permissions. But yeah, national flag can basically be the world, making it I don't know, international. But if you want to go with like a certain like place, you just choose the clan flag section. Like whichever like I don't know, like majority of the clan speaks. That's just how it is. Like if you're like from the United Kingdom, your entire like clan's based on the United Kingdom. You can place it like that. There's the one with Turkey, or Turkey they call it. Before they like they were called like a bird. Got Tunisia and all these other stuff. So yeah, basically I can just put like a United States. All of a sudden like game freezes for some silly reason. Yeah, world, basically the home world, time zone, signpost permission. Guess access to Citadel, which is basically I don't know. Guess we'll go to the keep. And yeah, that's just like partially the clans. Talking about the treasure hunter, like the announcements. And honestly, no longer having like a treasure hunter just feels, I don't know, if either feels weird or a relief or something. So let's see here. What should I use it on? I'm going to put it on magic. Let's see, we are at 39 magic. And in my honest opinion, I do not care because I'd rather like do it anyway. Why? Because high alchemy is going to be needed. Let's just use like the bonus XP on magic more, because reality-wise, I'd rather work towards getting like the high alchemy spell. And let me see what else is there. Don't see anything else. Let's see what we got here. All right, house teleport. You got the mystic staves, all this like member stuff, some dungeoneering stuff. Oh, and 25% like critical strike damage. That's actually pretty cool. So yeah, if I actually have like some of the runes, which if I were to like transfer it from like the member server, because I have like the ability to make nature runes, I could just simply switch it to like this account. And well, we got lots of like air runes, so that's good. It's seeing I don't know what to do next. If I can get my like what's it called? Yeah, my quest thing. I could probably like start doing like Death Plateau, even though that's really old. Let's see here, nuns. You know, thinking about it, I think I'm gonna like literally just call it an episode because I want to be like a lot more prepared, because like some of these quests and some of the stuff that needs to be done, I think I might just like just start grinding it all out, because I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, yeah, let me just grind out some of these like skills. Otherwise I'll probably end up doing quests and maybe like slowly work towards like getting slowly working on trying to get the giant mole boss done, just to see how well I like can do it with this account. Either way, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Y'all have a good one.